Fine. Just a second. Yeah, it's recording now. Is it recording? Just check. I'll just check. Give me a minute. Document, recording, choose.
Yeah, session is being recorded. It's written
Being
over
recorded?
here.
Fine.
It's recording.
Fine. No problem. Just our internet sometimes is not as great as. Fine. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So quickly, I'll quickly run you through this, just 3-4 slides, then I'll show you a couple of other things, then I'll show you live software. And then I'll probably, if necessary, will log into your mobiles and look at it. So basically what happens is that this is how it works. When you talk to a client and say, I'll give you a productivity improvement of 20%, he's usually skeptical. Normally, they usually say that I have a present system or my system is good enough to take care of all my things. That time we give him an example of a client of ours who basically was a Samsung distributor in India, although it works for anyone anywhere in the world. And basically this was, he said, I have all the systems. Samsung gives me amazing stuff. It gives me $1 million products. So why do I need to look at your system? So that's exactly what he said. And then we tell him that, we are looking at you can look at basically a issue when the person is not with you. And I mean, we know what happens to your salespeople when they meet clients, when they go and talk to people, or even retail, or so on and so forth. What happens when during the period, in that 8-hour period or 9-hour period, when they are not meeting them? What happens then? Could you improve productivity at that time? So he gave us a pilot to see how it works basically, and we did it in 4 different locations for 7 people. And then what happens from that pilot is that after the pilot, you ended up getting we get a report which is similar to this. You give them a report. We give this report to the clients every month, because what happens, people are so busy they don't have time to kind of look at details. So the same kind of thing, we give them a report. And what we found, I mean, I won't go through this report in detail except for this part. What we found here was, that an average work time was 2 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. Of course, one guy was at 7 hours. 1 minute. Oh, I think people got cut again. Shit. Hello? Hello?
Yes, we are here.
We are there.
You're here? Okay, because it got cut. That's why I am. So basically, you see this, if you look at the Samsung data, this was just for 5 days. Normally, we try and give them a report for about a month. This gave them, this kind of data came for us on a thing. And what this happened was that this is based on what we called over here called insignificant timings. That is, we said, this depends really upon the client and depends on the profession. Some clients may have people in retail, some may have them in a warehouse, some may have them in sales, some may have them in distribution. Basically, it's very good for the mobile workforce. And the significant timing changes from profession to profession. So for the Samsung guys, they were not supposed to spend more than less. They need to spend at least 10 minutes with the client, is what he told me. So I took a data of less than 4 minutes. If it's less than 4 minutes, then I considered it insignificant timing. And if you look at this here, beyond 4 minutes was like 2.5 hours a day, 4.72 hours a day. I'll show you the actual data, but this is the actual calculation. When we put it into a client to Samsung for the actual cost, the cost was quite high. I mean, for his 150 people, they were talking, of course, if you look at it in dollars, it's about 40,000, about 70,000 to about $700,000, yeah, give or take. So, the cost is quite substantial in terms of he did something on the saving. Now, this was the actual report, but what I wanted to show you is the actual data. The actual data of, but I'm not going to show you. Sorry, any question?
How do you calculate this how do you calculate this inactive data? I mean, what is the procedure for that?
I'll show you. I'll actually show you from a pilot we did with Rashid in Saudi itself, right? Since y'all are in Saudi. This was some time ago. I'll show you this data of October. I'll show you October 18th. So they did a pilot with us a while ago. And if you look at it, they had I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there were 7 people, Dammam, Khobar, mostly Dammam, Khobar area, and I think in Riyadh they had 3. Right. So I'm just going to show you data on just one gentleman. This guy is called Faizan. He was one of their very, very good performers. He's considered a very good performer in their area. This is a pilot, so this data is not confidential. And eventually, for big clients like Rashid, they go on their servers, they have protocols, so on and so forth. Since it was a pilot only for 3 or 4 out of their thousands of people, it didn't really matter. Now, if you look at here on 19th, I'm going to show you on 19th, on an individual. So what you saw here previously was a map where you can have up to 600 people at any given time. Now I'm going to show it to you for a single person. This is the same gentleman. October. I'm going to show it to you for 19th. So the same person. Yeah. Now if you look at it, he's Riyadh based, literally. And if you look at this data, he logged in at 8:42, right? And our system basically tracks him on the phone. It doesn't, by the way, since it's on GPRS, it doesn't drain the phone very much, hardly nothing. We have cases of clients who have been been tracked for 18 hours, 20 hours. So whenever anybody says it gets drained, we have actual data to show the otherwise. It shows the distance and it shows the time spent on the location. This last part comes from Google Maps because we have an API that connects to Google. So normally we keep a setting at every 2 minutes. It checks the location, but it's up to Google really. So he started off at 8:42, and he went on and on and on and on and on. If you look at it, finished at 7:26 in the evening. Now, when you look at it here, it's a huge amount of data. I mean, this is the basic tracking which most people look at, but that's not where the power of the product is. Because today, if you've got 10, 20, 50, 100 people, it's very difficult to kind of follow up on all this. So what we do is when we do the report, we do this part. We have something here called employee behavior. It's at the front end, but at the back end, we have a lot of automated processes also. And we take the same gentleman. We take the same date. Sorry. We get the same date. October 19th. And basically what this does is it takes all the data you all had seen and it kind of consolidates it into, it does a kind of a mix and a match sort of thing. It consolidates it all together and, gives you a kind of a report like here. Now it's the same data, but what it does is it shows that which is correct, he was on the road. It was tracked him for 10.65 hours. And here it is given, it kind of combines all this data, but it's quite a lot. So what we do is I click on maximum time spent here. You see? Now it shows that in this 10 hours, he spent the most time in this one location, which actually turned out to be his one of his offices. And the rest of the time is just 9 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and then this goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Now, to answer your question, this is for the company. This guy is in sales, and they were selling. Each sales consignment is quite a lot of money, so they can't spend 3 minutes with. I think each consignment is some $20,000 or whatever. So they can't spend 3 minutes with a client. You need to spend a little more time. So for them, they said that the significant time should be at least anything below 15 minutes is what their thing was. But forget 15 minutes. In 10 hours, he's here for 3 hours. He's here for another 10 minutes, and he's here for things. So 3.5 hours, literally, is when it's productive for as far as you look at it. And here, the rest of the time, 7 hours, what's he doing? I don't know. Probably driving. See, the one point though is that we don't make judgments. We just present the data as it is. He may have genuine reasons. May have had to go through a long distance, but when you look at it in a 7-hour period, these are the only 3 significant timings. You see, the rest are what we call insignificant. Of course, this we work with the whole client with, and this is data from Saudi itself, from your region. I mean, if you look at it, we have kind of data like this. This is for a marketing person. I'll show you something of 2 people who were there in New Zealand, who are actually they are not in marketing. They are actually wanting to look at retail. So in retail, these people basically, they wanted to see how it would work in a retail area. So one guy was on second, no, yeah, one second, six, yeah. So okay, there were two of them. One was in Fiji and one was in Auckland. I'm going to show you this gentleman. His name is Anil. This is on second, right? I'm going to show you this guy in New Zealand who basically wants to. He's going to take. He's looking at the product for retail, not in sales. So here I'm going to go to Anil. He took a trial for a while. Anil, yeah, and Anil is 2nd June. This was what, 3 days ago. I mean, he's still looking at it. Now, if you look at this here, he just logged in at 11:53 a.m. In Auckland, and he went on till 11:50. So he spent almost 12 hours. We tracked him for 12 hours, and he wanted to basically get a feel. And he's basically in retail, although he's got his own kind of showroom. So he was looking at it for his this thing. So then when we go and we actually see what for him, the significant timing is different because as a retail person, he wants people to be in a location for a very, very long time because the longer they are, more sense for him because they're supposed to be in a kind of a showroom or in a warehouse or in a particular area. So for him, when we did the this thing here, and we do a sort, you can sort any one of the thing. You can sort this one, you can sort total time spent, you can sort maximum time spent, but we find maximum time spent is the best. If you look at it, actually for him it was total time spent here. We found that it's just two locations, which is just right because he said I had visited two locations. So still, his 11 hours he has spent in these mostly in these two locations. So for him, he was very happy. He said, "Yes, this is what I basically am very keen on because I wanted to just visit two places." Now the issue is that if he was in marketing and sales, you need to look at what you saw in previously in Saudi. So the product actually does the same thing, but you can use it for multiple kind of uses. Any questions while I'm doing this?
Oh, well, yeah, one question.
Yeah.
I'm looking here at the address. I mean, what do you mean address 3, address 2, address 6, but the same address is the same?
Where?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. The 5th line, yeah, this one. 3, address 2, address 6,
This
but the
is from.
address is the same.
This is not
So
from.
what do you mean by, yeah?
This is from Google. They give me we don't, we cannot. It's impossible to do it anywhere in the world. This is an API that this last part,
Mm-hmm.
the address part comes from Google. So what we do is that we take the technology from the latitude and longitude and finally we put it on Google Maps. So this address comes from Google. So probably somebody
Okay.
do locally. It's
No,
like
I get it, but see, basically in this address, he was for 4 hours, then 4, 4, 4, 3.
this
So
one.
did you consolidate this?
These are minutes. These are minutes.
These are minutes. Okay. Do you consolidate these minutes? And do you have another report in which you consolidate the minutes? Because same locations he has been for, like
No.
this
This is a
one,
different location. No, this is.
Auckland.
I know, but according to them, this is 3 place. This is 2 place. This is 6 place. This is 4 place. So technically, they may be. We don't know. I mean, they may be next to each other. They may be one street. They may be a house next to each other, or they may be opposite.
Maybe it's a big location.
Pardon?
Maybe it's a big warehouse. How he's roaming
It could
around.
be.
It's like it's a big warehouse and he's roaming around the
It
warehouse.
could
Yeah.
be. See, you'll never get it as accurate as GPS because if you get as accurate as GPS, then it'll kill your phone. That's one problem. So if you,
Yeah. True. True.
you can't,
True.
you can't. So the problem is that there will always be a 10%, 15% difference between GPRS and GPS. That's always the case. Because
Do you have a report which consolidates all these and give intelligence reporting around this? Okay, consolidate all
that's
the
what this
address
does, no?
and say,
If you look at it, that's what this
uh,
does. See, what you need to do is you need to basically look at two things. One is that you can't touch the address because you don't know exactly, you know, Now, if you ask me, I don't know if 3 Pahatpi place and 2 Pahatpi place, are they next to each other or they opposite each other. And in a place like, if it's opposite, it could be a carriageway where there's a 200 feet road. So they're not really in the same locations actually. On the other hand, they could be next to each other, in the next location to each other. If they are a big warehouse, they could be next to each other. So these are things which nobody can think except maybe the client himself, because he'll know pretty much that, if I'm in a particular location and my staff are supposed to visit that particular location, they'll have a very, very good idea where he is, what thing. To some extent, we can make some changes. Now, I can probably, another thing I'm looking at is to see how I can touch them by pin codes and, try and get them in the same area. But that's a little bit difficult, because, I mean, we have something called GPS maps also, geolocation also, which I will show you.
So you can like tag these locations, geolocations, and
No,
this
you
is
can,
productive hours basically.
you can, but then I purposely don't do it, because if I do that, what happens then? I'm moving the range of the CRMs and all of them, and that kind of concept is a little different, because then the biggest issue we have is they say no, our phone gets, if you put on GPS for more than 10 minutes, your phone goes for a 6 actually. If you have a 50% gain, it'll go to 30%, and that's a problem. That's a
Yeah.
huge
Okay.
problem. So, and then that's an excuse to not implement it, not use it, and that's a problem. I mean, so today what we say is that, if your ours is a different system. We don't touch the GPS, we don't touch the CRMs, although we do also have CRMs and the rest. I mean, Abdul Rashid, do I also look at Web Alligator, or we'll stick to this? Hello?
First, check this. Yeah, sure. We can go ahead. With
Yeah,
the web
we also look at Web Alligator. You want to add this to Web Alligator? You want to check Web Alligator as well? I'll also give you all Web Alligator.
Yeah.
So generally, what we do is that we start off with the GPRS. 1 minute. And what happens is all this stuff also fits in for a full HRMS system, which has also a little CRM, which is very similar to a pre-sales from Salesforce, very similar to that. But generally, we don't sell Web Alligator, because we find that most clients have their own kind of, they have their own systems, and it's an issue. So normally we tell them, if you need more, it's like an upsell for us. You need more, we will come back to you. If you don't need more, we will not come back to you. I mean, it's really your call. And if you look at this thing, I think the same people are there. So if I go, GPS and not put for Monica. So if I go here and if I check HR, I can see these guys who have registered here. I mean, I think even Abdul Rashid had registered this. This is a full, very, very strong HRMS system. I think the same guy, this guy Anil, who you had seen, his data is here, and I can add all sorts of things with him. So the same data comes here. It's actually one platform which does different things literally. And tomorrow, if I want to move into attendance, I want to see, for example, the same guy who had logged in. He didn't do it. I'll actually show you for Abdul Rashid, because he had done it when we had done a login with there. It's there last month. No, it was in May. Sorry. So I had done a test with Abdul Rashid, and that's where the login and the logout had come in as well. So you can kind of use it. It tracks you in terms of your latitude and longitude, and you can also put a kind of like how you do for biometric on your phone. You can do a attendance sign in and attendance sign out, and it comes here automatically as well. So this is the thing. But what you say is correct. I mean, it would nice to have a more accurate search, but I have to take it from Google, and I'm not sure to what extent we can do it. Only unless you do GPS tagging, which could kill your phone. That's the only reason. Any questions? Hello?
Clear. It's clear. Yeah, it's clear.
It's
No
clear.
questions.
No questions. This report, it basically comes from the what the client wants. He may say, I want, ironically, in logistics, they have to go like courier kind of people. They go to a place and they should not spend more than 10 minutes there. So there, the significant timing is if it's more than 10 minutes. I'm sorry, if it's insignificant timing, is more than 10 minutes. So there, the 3, 4, 5 minutes is average. 5 minutes is much better. So it really depends on the client, and for some clients, they may put people on who are 3 distribution guys, 2 sales guys, 2 this, 2 that. So you have to actually give a different perspective for each of them, each profession. So that's how it works. Anything else? Hello?
No, it's clear.
It's clear?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So that's the way it is. I mean, the web alligator, I will show you a little bit. Web alligator, you have stuff like you have a full HRMS with a CRM. The CRM basically is it also works on the mobile. You can enter this thing, and one of the few systems that actually connects through HR. So the beauty is that tomorrow, if you are a marketing person, you got 5 marketing people with you, and I'm reporting to you. Automatically, what happens is that it changes everywhere. The CRM is very, very standard. It's pre-sales, so quotes, prospects, leads, tasks, so on and so forth. And today, for example, if I'm reporting to you and you want to see my data, all you got to do is the HR guy will, when you join the company or when he's making any changes for you, he'll just click a button which says that you're reporting to him, and that's the end of it. I mean, everything goes automatic. So everything in the system, the access controls, everything happens from here. So if I show you any employee, I'll show you any employee. So basically, if I want tomorrow to see how this particular employee is this thing, it'll allow me to kind of see who he's reporting to. Sorry, it allows me to show. It shows me who I'm reporting to. So if I click on this, all the people, I can make him report to these 2 gentlemen, and then they will see his data, nobody else. Right? I can say that he can use only the HR module and payroll module. So then basically they will use that. He can have access only to a particular. This is in New Zealand, so he can have pass only to this person. Those kind of things. I mean, so the Web Alligator is a full-fledged HRMS, but the problem with HRMS is that they have they're very popular. But today the fastest growth to a company is through the location and the mobile attendance and the mobile workforce. Smaller companies ask for a little more. We can also connect from here in case they need. We can also connect because you have an employee thing here. You can also connect through an API if it's thing into the system here. So in case they have a lot of employees and we can't do data entry for every single one, we can do that also. Or if if it's a big order, we could all this will probably go on their servers. Like some of the big companies, they say that we want it on our servers. Some of the medium-sized ones also, if the thing is quite good, if the order is decent, we can put on their servers as well, because mainly they have their own protocols and they have their own thing. In that case, we connect this employee data goes automatically into the connects directly through an API with their, if they have an existing HR. If they don't have an existing HR, they can use ours. That's not a big deal because it's one platform anyhow. We either connect a piece of it or we give them the entire thing. That's how it is. Any more questions? Hello?
One question, like if the phone is offline, that means it's not connected with any data or internet. Do you have a log? Do you keep a log of the locations and everything so that as soon as it's online, it's updated?
What we do is that for Android, right now we're not yet on iPhone. We'll have iPhone about 3-4 weeks. In Android, what we do is that as long as your mobile tower is you're not put it on airplane mode, right? It will record and keep it on locally on your phone, right? 2 things have to be there. One is you can't put your airplane mode, and your location services have to be on. It will, in case there is no internet and you're not online, it'll automatically store it on your device. And as soon as you come to an internet zone, either your office or maybe it could be a Starbucks or anything, it'll automatically upload it into the server. So as long as that's, I mean, at one stage the Nepal police wanted to look at our product, but there were some issues there. Why they want to look at it is because they basically said that there are the police have to go for long distances. Nepal is a mountainous country. There are mobile towers everywhere, but the problem is they don't have internet in many locations. But they wanted to know if these guys are gone to where they're supposed to go. So what happens in those cases, they'll go for like 4 or 5 hours and come back after 4 or 5 hours. So in that case, it will store it on their device as long as the location is on and the GPRS is on. And then when they come back, it'll automatically load it, or if they come to an internet area. So that is there. It's not an issue. But the location services have to be on, and of course the phone cannot be switched off in terms of you can't, if you put it on airplane mode like you do on a flight, it goes. These two things are, you don't need the
Clear.
GPS on. The GPS can be off. That's okay. Anything
What
else?
do you mean? You mean the data should be on? GPRS, the data,
The data should be on.
phone data should be
Yeah.
on. Okay. What if the data is off? Even then, you can save
It'll
the
work as
location or
long as
no?
as
It'll
long as
also
your
take time.
location services are on. See, if your data is the data,
The GPS basically.
the location services should be on. It will still work. It will still work. It will save it on your data. Only thing is it won't upload it. See, now if I'm tracking you, I can see you if you have internet and the data services are on. It'll show the data every 2 minutes because it goes. How Google works. How our last part of Google works is it goes. It takes the thing and it'll put it on. So every 2-3 minutes you'll see it live. Now this is if you look, the same concept is there for vehicle tracking, but vehicle tracking goes and checks it every 3 seconds, sometimes 2 seconds, sometimes even a second. On average, it's 5 seconds. So when you see a car moving, no, on the you see him moving from A to B location, you can see it like live almost. That's because what it does is every 1 second, 2 seconds, it goes, puts in the data, and checks the latitude and longitude, gets the location, and uploads it on the server immediately. So when I'm sitting down here, I can see where you are any in the world almost real time, because it's between 1 second to 5 seconds, depends. But the problem with that's why you see an Uber coming right up to you, right? So I think they are every second or 1.5 seconds. But the difference for that is it completely kills your phone. So you have to have it on charge all the time. Here we can't do that with a person, especially if you want a product to succeed. So we make it every 2 minutes generally. So that's the difference. The concept is similar, but the final this thing is what is the best way to have success. And we found that GPS, no chance. Even 2 minutes, the GPS your phone goes. You'll track them for about 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, which is if you're lucky. But GPRS, no problem. It goes on for about 18 hours, 20 hours. We have data to this actually. We have from different countries and different things. So you don't need your data services on, but you only need your location. That's it.
Yeah.
And the login is just a simple number. You don't need area code, nothing. And the password is 0000, which you can change. And it runs through IMEI number. So what happens is that if I can't log in from my phone on your behalf, although I know your password is 0000, and I know this is your mobile. So if Abdul Rashid can't log in on this number, because it has to be from that particular phone, because it stores the phone IMEI number, which is, and every phone has one those identity numbers, because that's a legal requirement today in every country. Phones which do not have it, like Chinese phones, they have made them illegal. So you have to have that phone. Of course, if I give you my phone and you're wandering around the place, then nothing can be done. But there are certain pitfalls which are there for everything. I mean, at that case, a company can say use a biometric phone, but even they are about $70-$80. So, but this works on any Android phone, actually. Anyone? Anything else?
Yeah.
So I can send you all some collateral on this, and I can also any of y'all would like to log in, I can show you. Although Adil Rashid has seen it, but I can also, if y'all want to log in and see your data, but it'll be the same as what I've shown y'all. But anybody would like to think, Abdul Rashid, is that needed?
Yeah, I think Imran and Amr can try it out at least just to see look
Sure,
and feel
no
of it.
problem. So I will do it now. So what's your last name, Imran? Imran, what's your last name? Hello?
We keep it Muhammad.
Pardon? Muhammad.
Hello. Muhammad.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And mobile number?
05. 966, I think you will give it right.
No, you don't need the area
With
code.
international code?
Just give me your. You don't need all that because you're logging in from your local thing, not me. Just give me your local
Okay.
number, your number without any codes or zeros.
058
Yeah,
155
155.
7795.
What is that? 7795.
77.
Is that correct?
Yes.
058 155 7795. Right? That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I've added you, and Muhammad. And what about you, Sai? Can you give me your full name?
Yeah, I send you in chat, so you can check it out. Please check the chat window.
Zero five four six 28.
You will send us the link through the mobile number or what?
No, all you got
Or
to
the
do.
app download?
What you got to do is that you go here on your phone, right? Go to Google Play Store. On your phone, yeah, go to Google Play Store. And on Google Play Store, type OA10. Y'all have Androids, no? Both of y'all?
Yes.
Okay. On Google Play Store, type OA10. Click here. You'll get this. You just click on that and install it. I mean, download it. It's about 3 MB, give or take. It's about 3 MB. And any permissions it asks, please say yes, 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 because that's Android, not me. We only look at locations. Nothing else is stored. And once it downloads, just press for to install. Then you'll get a red screen.
It's asking for registration.
Yeah, the red screen is asking for registration, right? No,
Yes.
you should get a red screen which has login and password.
The user ID and password.
Yeah, so the user ID for you is this number you have given me. And
Okay. The number which I had given.
any one of these numbers, and the password is 4 zeros.
Okay.
But don't forget to put on your location services. Unlike my thing here, you will get one employee, you'll get a login. Attendance sign in you'll get. One button on the top, and you get the screen. On the top left, I think it's green color, right? You'll get an attendance sign in.
Oh, I got a form which I need to fill up.
No, you don't need to. Don't press registration. Don't fill out any forms. Just fill out.
Okay.
Don't fill out. That's for register. Don't register. Just log in. Just type in the
Okay.
username, password, and log in.
Uh-huh.
Don't type
Okay.
register.
Okay. Sorry.
You have logged in.
Y- yes. Sir. 1 second.
You'll get a screen similar to this, not exactly the same on your app. Mine is the administrators.
Yeah, we are on the screen.
Is it on the screen? Okay, you'll have
Yeah, on the
on
screen.
the top. You'll have attendance sign in on the top here, right? Just click on that and ignore the thing. Just type 0000 and submit for that. Ignore the reason, whatever it is. Yeah, yeah. Imran has come. Yeah, so Imran came. Yeah. That basically that attendance sign in is for people who they don't have to come into the office, click their biometric, those kind of things. They can just sign in from whichever location they are. Right. This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting of you. I've not yet got. I've not yet got Amir.
Now mine is, yeah, it's still installing. I mean, I don't know why it's installing.
You may have a lot of stuff on your phone. That's why.
I don't think so. I have the Zen phone, so some apps don't work. I have this Intel processor, not the ARC processor.
Okay.
The ARM processor is not an Intel processor.
Okay.
So a few apps are not working in my phone, Android apps.
Oh. That could
Just
be a problem.
installing.
Intel, no? Intel is a thing.
Yeah, Intel.
Could be an issue. But normally, Android phones. But we'll check it out. Actually, I must see. It's first time I've heard this
Yeah, because few apps don't work. Android apps don't work.
on Intel. No, I'll check it out. Shouldn't actually be
Yeah,
the
Intel.
shouldn't be, but I'll check it out. I'll ask my technical guy to find out
Sure.
because those are issues. Then we'll have to probably look at areas to sort that
Yeah,
out.
this is the only phone with Intel anyway. So the new phone is not with Intel. They have the ARC processor, ARM processor.
Okay, generally yes, but I've not had an issue. But it could be a reason. If tomorrow something is not installed.
Yeah, because yeah, true. No, I know this because few apps they don't work on my phone, Android apps, because of the Intel.
Okay, okay. And we get
Okay, it's
ours
open. It's
only from.
installed.
This is
Yeah, it's installed. It's installed now.
installed. Your location sources are on.
Yeah.
Just click on that.
Yeah, location is on.
Just click
Let me
on that.
install the application. Yeah.
Just click on that attendance sign in, so we can see. Just press 0000. You'll get the.
Yeah. Still logging.
Oh, your phone's a little slow.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's not usually slow.
Maybe sometimes the data is quite a lot. So
Mm. Okay.
it's logged in, is it?
Yeah.
This is still at the same level.
Just say attendance, login, office, and password.
Yeah, just put the password, which is 0000.
By the way, just check, the app is very slow on my phone. Usually I don't have this problem with other apps, maybe because of the Intel, the issue.
I'll check it out. Bye. Sometimes it happens. They do have some people have automatic installs of certain blocks. So, but I'll check it out. Let me check and see why.
No, this is not the block. This is some problem. Just check because this is
I'll check
Intel.
it out. It's a good point. It's a good point. I'll check it out on Intel. Just make a note for this. Come on, Intel.
Sure.
It's shouldn't take so long. Hmm.
Round symbol is coming, logging.
Yeah, it's taking time to log in. Yeah. Because you know for sure that your location is off when we see this. It will give you a message saying that you have logged in and so time out. If you get that message, then you'll know.
Initial, I can log in initially. Then after that, when I click on employee login, it's giving me attendance login, right?
Yeah. This has increased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gone to 6. I don't know. Yours is coming.
Good morning. Yeah, I think I logged in.
Got it.
Location is null.
Location.
You got my location?
Location is not on. It's off. It's showing location
Yeah,
on.
I switched on the location.
No, it's not coming.
I switched on the location.
Yeah, okay. Now it's come. See, it's come. What happens is after about a minute, probably we'll get your because it uploads every 2 minutes. By the way, that's also an
Yeah,
option.
can you click the location?
Pardon? Yeah, I know. What
Can
happens?
you click on view location?
Yeah, you'll only get it. It'll wait for 2 minutes. The actual
Okay.
location you must see is here, the GPS map. Just logged in, no? So. That's one.
Yeah, I'm standing in the middle of the road.
So that takes your mobile tower, so that'll always be a.
Yeah.
And I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From 6 has gone to 9. So although technically, it should take every 2 minutes. This is a Google setting, so I've set it at 2 minutes, but here it's taken almost 8 seconds, 52 seconds. But on average, it does not usually take more than 2 minutes. But sometimes, if it takes the location much. This is something none of us have any control of. This the time that it goes and pulls it from there. It'll keep adding. I mean,
Okay, I have one question regarding the security.
yeah,
Can we have this location off between, like, say, off working hours, like
yeah,
like
that's
from after 5 till 8 in the morning?
yeah. You
So
can
location,
you
because
have
see
a
this
logout
location,
button, no?
what
On your own thing. You have a just like you have logged in. You have a logout button. If you see here,
No, this is showing my route. So basically, this is since last night, 2-3 days route. This one.
correct.
The location is
See, if you put your
yeah.
location off. So if you put your location off,
No, basically, I'm talking about the safeguard of the employees.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. You're saying
Yeah.
if you put the location.
No, what I'm saying is, like, we don't want to track after 8 hours, after let's say 5 o'clock or off working hours for employee.
So you
Because
have
that
a
will be a
logout button. You
security
have a logout
concern
button.
over here. So
You just like this here.
logout
Your
button. So
app.
that will not track the yeah.
No, it will shut down straight away. See what happens
Okay.
is.
Joe, is there an option? Is there an option in the system where you can say, okay, I need to know the location of our team members between 9 a.m. till 5 a.m. and after that it should automatically turn down or switch off the location. That's it. We should not track anyone after the work hours.
See what
Is there
happens.
option? See, instead of asking employee to switch off the GPS or maybe switch off the phone, that might not work out.
What happens is that when you make it automated, no, it creates problems for end clients. Not see, I have something called Track 10, which is similar. I'll show you where we do it in Track 10. But the problem there is that it's all on the same platform as I told you. It's the same software, but Track 10, it tracks you to 24 hours. Same thing, but it tracks you for 24 hours, right? But the problem is, like you said, some people say that, oh, I should not be tracked for 24 hours. Now, in Track 10, this is what that Samsung distributor, and he's a $100 million company. He had tracked them, but here you have something called edit employee times, right? And here, when you click edit employee times, you can select, say, anybody. You take this guy, and you say, I want to track him from a particular, say, 4 o'clock to 4:30. I want to track him only for half an hour. And it's tracking him only for half an hour. The problem with this is that, if you make it like this, it's very easy to add this feature also in OA 10, whereby, he says he's not logged in, so I'm not going to track him. The system actually still tracks you, except it will not show you the data. This tracking continues, but you don't show you the data. So we always say
You will get the data.
the administrator.
Means you will get
The data we'll see. I'm seeing the data now because I have the administrative password, right? So whoever's the administrator generally will see it. It could be the HR, it could be the manager, it could be the general manager, whoever is designated as administrator, as such.
So technically, once you logged in, all information, all your location data is being transmitted to the server, irrespective of whether it's working hours or not working hours.
Once you logged in, and your location services on, it'll be transmitted to the server. Now you can log out; it'll get cut immediately, or you can. This feature is there. This feature is there, but we kept it because 24 hours tracking is really unethical. So we tell companies, please make sure you don't track. Because see, what happens is for some professions, the problem is this: if I make it a 9 to 5, you see, for some professions they may work in shifts. They may work from maybe a 10 to 7. For some in warehousing, they may be, today I'm working early morning, then I'm doing next middle of the week I'm doing in the afternoon, then after that I finish at 9 o'clock. So if it's so it's very difficult to kind of put them all together. It becomes a very expensive solution for anybody. So the best way to do it is,
what we mean is the company.
pardon?
Yeah, Joe, the company has the option.
Hmm.
The company has the option of like from 8 to 5, depending on their own, like what is the working hours, like maybe 4 to 5, 8 to 5, 24 hours. It depends on the company to like, they can opt for it. So do you have that option? Like only 8 to 5? Because what you showed us, right, that was the complete record of wherever I have been for the last,
Correct.
even yesterday, where I have been yesterday.
Yeah, that is because
So that is not, I mean, it's
it showed
privacy.
yesterday because
Yeah,
it
it's
stored.
privacy issue.
It showed yesterday.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I don't want, my employees to know where I have been and something, right?
Right.
No one will want that. If we
No,
have,
but if you have unlogged
people
out, it will not have shown.
yeah.
See, what happens is that this has not been logged out. If you had logged out, it would not have shown you yesterday. Suppose you logged out today at 5, it will not show
No, but
you.
if, yeah, but
You
no,
are
just
not-
now, when if you check my location, can you go there? My location.
I know.
The
It would have shown you yesterday's because see what has happened is we installed the software.
Yeah.
It'll take all the location that was on your phone, including what was there previously. But once you install once the software is installed and you click on log out, it'll cut it off. It won't take yesterday's location because it's a first installation, no? So that's not a problem. The problem is that what do you do if it's 8 to 5 and I want somebody to kind of, I don't want it more. It becomes a customized solution actually. It's actually already there in Web Alligator, whereby you can put you have here, for example, in settings. No, Ganesh?
Can you just go to my location because I just logged out? I want to just confirm that.
You want to see? Sorry, what you want to check?
Yeah,
What?
I just
Logged out. Yeah.
I
You want to?
I cannot log out. My
Not yet. Wait. I'll check. This is a demo account, so you can. I'll give you all. I can create one for Middle East if you want. I have one called Al Habibi, which somebody had wanted, but you wanted to see. You have logged out, right?
Yeah, I've logged out. It did not say anything like no error. It just closes. The application closes. Right.
Yeah,
It
it
does not
closes
say you are logged out now.
because see what happens is that in many cases, you could have logged out for. This is you, right?
Yeah, this is me. Yeah, still, I mean, you see the route which I've taken yesterday, and all is still showing.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows. No, you logged out here. And it's logged out here.
7:23 logged out, and again he logged in.
I'm still logged in.
No, you logged out. No, it shows you logged out.
Last logged out.
It shows logged out. So the thing is that you can if you don't want the logout button, there is an option to make it automatic. But if it's a large order, it can be done by on the other thing. If it's not a large order, I'll have to check and see, because what happens there is that many times the same company may have, I have to add that previous one, this thing which is here, this thing which is there. It's the same platform, so it's not very difficult for me to add this into the other place. So that's not difficult. So if the customer.
No, what I'm saying is, see, basically, this is the. Can you have this as a backend? Because I mean, I understand you have to get this information from Google whenever the phone is online. Maybe there is a dashboard for the employees, for the company.
Right.
Instead of these data, the raw data, they can have the a dashboard in which they can they can track, instead of all the route which I have taken, just the location.
So you wanted the
You get
backend.
my
What
point?
exactly you wanted the backend? You want to basically track them for 8 hours only at the backend.
No, backend I can track, but what I'm saying is the front end. We cannot have access to the backend data, the raw data which you showed us, right? That's
So
the
the raw
raw
data only I have
We don't have
access
access
to.
to
Nobody
that.
has access.
But someone in the company will have access to that raw data, right? The main person who is in
Yeah,
charge
the
of this.
admin,
If
the
you
admin
host it
could
on
have.
the
The
location.
admin could have, yes. The admin could have, but
Yeah.
uh,
So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
the idea of the admin is
instead
that
of giving them access to the raw data,
yeah, but the admin is supposed to be
true, but I mean, it's not fair for the employees, right? For the company. I mean, they should
yeah.
know this. We have been tracked 24 hours.
No,
And
actually,
they
they
can
should not be tracked
liable
for more
to
than 8 9 hours. I agreed with you. They should not be tracked for more than 8 9 hours. So basically, if you put policies in place saying please log out. Now, the problem is that if they forget, right? If they forget, I can add this feature. So anyhow, if I make it 8 to 5 here, say if I change Shoaib here, and I make him 6 7 8, no?
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, tell me.
Hi, Joe, you're there?
I'm there.
Yeah, Joe. Actually, I have to rush for another engagement. So you guys carry on.
Sure.
I'll get connected to you maybe today later, and then we'll discuss how to take it forward.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Amir, you carry on. I'll catch you later then.
Yeah, sure.
So what happens here is that in this particular case here, I've made this guy being tracked for basically about 9 to 5. Right now, what will happen here is that he is being tracked 9 to 5 over here. You see, so it will track him, and then at 5 o'clock it will not show you. It will not show you the data. Sorry. At 5 o'clock, it will not show you the data anymore. So, but what you say is correct. I mean, if you put it at the back end, uh, it has to be a customized solution, because if you don't want anybody to see your data, who will see it then? Unless you say that, look, on
No, I
your
mean, it
break,
will be, yeah.
who will see it? Who will see the data?
What I'm thinking, no one will see the data because that is confidential. What I'm thinking is have a dashboard, like we have a dashboard. We only interact with the dashboard instead of the raw data. So we cannot see the location where they have been. The software will just pinpoint, okay, I'm here or I'm there, not my route, which route I took, how I went there, where with the places which I have been for the last day, yesterday, which places, today in the after working hour, which places I've been, because that's it's my privacy basically, right? Where I go after working hours. So that should not be shown to anyone, not even the admin.
No,
What
got
I'm
it.
thinking
But
is maybe
it's see what happens. I'll tell you what happens here. it becomes a case like this. Now you're they are
Hey, by
talking
the way,
about
I cannot see your screen.
correct. You
I cannot
cannot
see
see
your
my
screen, by
screen.
the way.
You're not supposed to see my screen if you're not. I'm not reporting to you actually,
Ah.
right? But if
No,
suppose
the demo. I cannot see your demo screen.
so you
There's no.
cannot.
It's just organizer blue software. Yeah. You're not sharing your screen to me.
You're not seeing my screen. 1 minute. It got cut. I think. Can you see it
Yeah,
now?
I can see it now. Yeah, I can see it
So,
now.
so what happens here is that in this case, uh, in this particular case, what has happened is that 1 minute. I just check and see if it's storing. If it's recording. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. So what happened in this particular case is, I've kept it between 9 to 5 for Shoaib. Now what happens here is that, if I create a dashboard, now suppose tomorrow I give you a report saying, you had a lot of significant data. The management or the person who's reporting want to know where is that significant data. Suppose I said you went to 10 locations which you spent more than 10 minutes. So they'll want to see those locations. So you can do it in such a way that you don't give anybody the admin. See, you can't change the system because it doesn't make sense unless it's a customized solution. Then you can do anything you want. You can say that I want this, I want that, but then you can do anything. But this is a cloud-based system. So if you want it, if the price is not, if they don't want to make a customized solution, they don't want to spend too much money, then in that case you have to work with the limitations. One way of doing it is to say that I'm not giving the admin password to anybody. I'm only giving it to say to us, because for us it makes no difference. We are like hosting people. So we will basically make the reports, and instead of a monthly report, it's cheaper to pay for a weekly report or a report every 3 days, and we will make those things and give to them. Suppose tomorrow there's a query saying that, look, I saw that Imran, you're saying 10 minutes he has spent in there are too many 10 minutes. I want to know what those 10 minutes are. We can send that raw data of only the query. So those things can be done. That's not an issue. In that case, the probably only in emergency, they say I want to see the raw data right now. A designated person. So those are protocols you can put in place if they don't want a customized solution. But you see, to kind
You're
of
sure you won't face any problem with this regarding App Store, because they had this huge issue with Uber regarding the same issue. They were tracking the data even.
no, but they are doing
Okay.
it. They are doing it. They are doing it for
Even
individuals.
after you close the application, they are tracking. Yeah.
No,
Fair
we
enough.
don't.
Okay.
No,
So when you close the application, it will not be tracked.
no. When you're on OA 10, that's why this one that's why we don't give this. We give OA 10, because OA 10, when you close the application, when you click on this thing, right? When you click on close, it has to close. So not here. OA 10 is here. No, yeah. When you click on this, it basically closes. Now, if you click, it shows logged out. You see. Now, once it's logged out, I don't have any data on yours unless you log in again. Okay. Only when you log in again, it'll show me data. Otherwise, it'll not show me. So if you log in tomorrow at 9 o'clock, it'll show me the data. If you don't log in at 9 o'clock, it won't show me anything. I mean, until you log in you may log in at 12 o'clock. So that way, the privacy is guaranteed. If you don't log in, you may forget, right? That's an issue which we cannot do anything about. I mean, we have to have an automatic cutoff, which we'll look at it actually. But the problem is for that.
Okay. Do you have a reminder? Can we get a reminder on the phone? I mean, in the app, please log in now. Or like if I'm in my office, automatically that pops up with the geolocation.
Yeah, but reminder.
Okay, but you don't have
Yeah,
geolocation,
it's a
right?
good
We
point.
cannot.
It's a good point. My only problem is the reminder. It's a good point. Only problem is the reminder.
After battery.
Reminder. See, the problem with the reminder is that I'll look into it. It'll definitely not come on the app, because the problem with the app is that I don't know. Now your timing may be 3 hours a day. You may be on leave that day, for example. Today you may be on leave, so you'll not even log in. Let's be honest.
Okay. No, I have a question. In the cloud-based also, I mean, you will make my own company, right? Like if I sell it to a client, they'll have their own company. It will not be
Correct.
same for everyone, right? They'll
No,
have their
no,
own dashboard.
it's
They
on
will
a
have their own
company
standard
basis. It's on a company basis.
company basis. So in the company, like we can say, like by default 8 to 5. The company is timing it 8 to 5. For that company, it will be 8 to 5, and the applications will be linked through that company, right? So whatever is my properties in that company will be reflected on the apps. So in that case, like if my timing is from 8 to 5, I'll get a reminder at 8 o'clock. Please log in.
It
Or
can't.
at
It
5
can't. It
o'clock, please
can't.
log
I'll
out.
tell you why. It can't,
It
because
cannot.
I can't do it from my side, because what happens is you're in the Saudi time zone, but mine works everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So my problem is that this.
No, that's what I'm asking is how is your scenario basically? Do you host like this application? You have one server, or you have multiple servers? For each company will have their own server virtual machine,
No,
and they will have their own
one server.
application
It
running.
cannot be multiple servers. It's one server.
Okay.
One server.
Okay.
Cannot be. It's a cloud like Salesforce. Same concept.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
You get that?
No, what I was thinking is maybe you'll do a virtual machine for small virtual machine for each individual depending on
Then
their
you can do it.
employee
See, then
numbers.
it becomes a customized solution whereby you tell the client that look, I'll put it on yours. Then it's a little costlier. That's all. It's the same concept. Then you can make any changes they want. They may say that I want an automatic thing for, you can even, since it's connected to Web Alligator here, right? You can say here, for example, I'll show you. Company, you have a company set up here, and you've got shifts, right? We can connect these shifts to their thing. We don't do it now because of various reasons. So I can have a shift of a particular, I think adding a particular shift. I add a particular shift, say morning shift, for example, and I can put, I think I can even I can even connect the location here. And then if it's a morning shift, I put say 10 people here, 20 people here, 30 people here on the shift, right? And if it's a work time from say 8, it's a working shift from 8 till 8 till maybe 4. Huh? If it's 8 till 4, so what will happen here automatically with a break, or it'll automatically track you only for that time. But this is not connected to the thing for one major reason, is that today if you move from say Saudi Arabia to another time zone, as long as in the Gulf region is the same time zone, there's no problem. But if you move from Saudi Arabia to another time zone, maybe say I don't know, Tunisia or someplace like this, or Europe, the tracking system will show you the same. It goes out in your local mobile, but this one will not show you because this works on one time zone. So those challenges are there, but as such, if they want on their own virtual server, like what I call a customized solution and something, we can do it. That's not an issue. It's not that they have to probably pay a little more in terms of customization, and of course the server charges will be theirs. So that's not a problem at all.
Yeah, of
It
course.
can be done, as you understand that very clearly.
Yeah, clear.
Fine.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. So anything else, or we can connect again?
No, it's clear. Please connect.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. So what I'll do is that I'll talk to Abdul Rashid, if you'll also have a chat with him, and then we'll see how we can take this forward.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.